Hello everyone. Hope everybody's doing good today. We're going to do a little rundown on the Kitco right off the bat. I'll do this and we'll have a quick talk about some of the silver bullion that's on the table. Kitco, when I checked today, I'm not sure the price exact right now, but today when I checked and did my notes, Kitco's ask price was $23.05. Once again, Monument Metals. Can't say enough about Monument Metals. They have a $199 shipping order. $199. You must buy $199 worth to get the free shipping there. Hero Bullion checked in at $23.10. And from Hero, you have to get $149 worth to get free shipping from them. SD Bullion checked in at $23.17. JM Bullion checked in at $23.19. Amp Mix checked in at $23.19. Money Metals leading the pack at $23.67. Now they were selling their silver at $23.67 and the actual spot price was $23.05. So that's why we have to shop around to get the best deals on silver. And I would have given anything if I would have heard this exact message before I ever started stacking the bullion that I've stacked. And there's many different kinds of bullion. Of course, the lower in weight you get, like the half-ounce bullion, the lower in weight you get, the more of a premium you'll find on the silver. This is a half-ounce here. This is a half-ounce as well. The Walking Liberty, half-ounce. And the rest on the table, well, there's another half. And there's a couple different kinds of dry type cases that you can get. The smaller ones that hold just the right size for a 1 ounce coin, and then you can get these and you can see the rings in them that you can remove, that you can either put an ounce in it and remove a couple more rings, and it's got a moisture barrier to it, and plus the foam helps it from getting hurt and all. There's an Aztec round, really beautiful round. I love them. Probably some of my favorite rounds are the dragon rounds of any kind, Year of the Dragon or anything to do with the dragon. I just think it's beautiful, the Chinese art. This one's from Golden State Mint, and this one is a Hashi round. Get a good shot of that one. I think both of these here are Golden State. The Year of the Rabbit as well. Yeah, I think both of these, because they have all the symbols on the back. I really love these coins. Pretty sure that's Golden State. Huh, it doesn't say Golden State around the outside of it, though. It may not be. Huh, well, just noticed that. Here is a Guinness Mint, 9999 fine silver, Egyptian motif. And here we have a VDB 1909 remake of the copper penny. And if you find one of these copper pennies that has that VDB on the back of it, definitely a keeper on the wheat cent. And it's a 109. I mean 1909S. Here we have the Winged Dime remake, a 1 ounce round. $9.99 silver, 1 troy ounce. And These didn't hold there. Mine go right into the capsule, but this one kind of got smoky around it. This one as well got really smoky. Not sure why it's toning up like that, but it is. But the other rounds didn't. These were bought at the same time too. Of course, silver, you know, it does tone. That's the one thing for sure about silver. It does tone. But I was going to talk about a few things today. Try to make this short and sweet. In December the 27th, gold hit an all-time high. The Shanghai closing price was an all-time record high. In all times. It's as high as gold sold. Also, a couple other things that I noted on December the 22nd is here in the West, which we're considered the West, we are regulated by the COMEX. The COMEX decides our silver prices. And the Shanghai decides the silver price for the East. You know, China, Japan, places like that. The Shanghai, December the 22nd, the silver price closed at $26.50 an ounce. Meanwhile, here in the Western market, the COMEX closed at $24.31. That's $2.19 difference. You know, $2.20 difference in a 1 ounce round. That's the closing price, and you don't hear anybody talking about it. You know, why is 1 ounce of silver worth $2.50 more in China than it is America? It's all about manipulating that silver market, you know, and well, you know, is that a trend? Is it going to continue like that, or we're going to see a rise in silver price? It was a dropping today, you know, we took a hit today, but are we going to keep seeing prices $2, $3, $4, $10 higher for silver in China than it is in America? I mean, how can yeah, I guess we'll have to, you know, if we're going to sell our silver, we have to find a way to send it to China. I don't know, but you know, you want to get all you can for it. There's another thing I was going to talk about. I did find out something about derivatives. That derivatives on paper, there's 1,500% on paper. So that means for every 1 ounce of silver, that there is 1,499 pieces of paper that are sold that says that they own 1 ounce of silver. That's the reason a piece of silver in your hand is, you know, that's where you want it. You don't want a piece of paper that says you own 1 ounce of silver. The derivatives, and that's exactly what they are. It's just a piece of paper that says, you know, if you wanted to go buy silver on paper, you can go and pay the price and get 100 pieces of paper that says that you own 100 ounces of silver. And if the market ever crashes and the people first to draw out their silver will be the ones that have the silver, and there's going to be 1,499 people that don't get their ounce of silver. So that's kind of ridiculous. And that's what the Hunt brothers seen happening in the 70s. That's the reason they started buying physical silver like they did. And they got up to owning like 70-something% of the silver in the world, which is, you know, a lot of silver at the time. Mexico is one of the biggest producers of silver. You know, they've been #1 on the planet for many years now, and their production is down 25%. There's talk that they may nationalize their mines, which means that the government would take over the mines and start extracting the silver. There's also talk that Mexico will run out of silver by 2026. So, you know, being the world's largest producer of silver coming from Mexico and them running out in 2 more years, you know, think about that. What's that going to do to the price of silver? There's so many things out there that can make silver just go through the roof, you know. And it's got to be the most undervalued thing on the planet. Silver has, you know, because take India for example. All the central banks are buying silver, silver and gold, you know. But India in October and November this year bought 80 million ounces. 80 million ounces, think about that. 80 million ounces of silver between October and November. In 2022, they bought 304 million ounces of silver. I don't know where the 4 comes from. During my research, that's what I come up with, that they had bought 304 million ounces of silver, which is ridiculous. And what do they know that we don't know? You know, I mean, it's like you can't get out of the way of something you don't see coming. And there's so many people asleep in this country, and I try to talk to people, you know, everyday people about it, and a lot of times they just blow me off, like they just don't understand it, you know. And I don't think they want to. People don't like bad news, so they don't want to realize what's coming, you know. And by the time they do realize it, they're not going to be able to do anything about it, because if silver takes off, no matter what silver does, it can drop down at $20 an ounce. Like I said, that's just a buying opportunity. That's just a time that you can go and pick up some ounces of silver, you know. Personally, anytime I can get an ounce of silver around 25 or under, I snag it. Sometimes I give more than that, depending on if it's a coin, you know, or what kind of round it is. The little baby Yoda rounds, I mean, they have a real high premium on it. Anytime you get a silver statue, look up some silver statues. A 1 ounce silver statue. Now, an ounce of silver is like 22 something, $23 an ounce right now. Look up a 1 ounce silver statue and see what those sell for. It's ridiculous. It makes me want to get a furnace and start melting silver, to be honest with you. And Jack and I, a friend of mine, have actually talked about that. So there may be some silver statues you see on my channel, on our channel. I shouldn't call it my channel, because everyone who uses what making this channel, you know, the feedback, the likes, the comments. That's the reason I'm doing it. There's people out there that are just now kind of waking up to everything and just starting their stacks and everything, and I'll do everything I can to help, you know. Any kind of information, anything you want to learn about, please put it in the comments. And if you hear me say something that you disagree with, or you might think's wrong, please critique me, put it in the comments. You know, I'm not perfect. I'm just trying to help. I'm trying to wake people, as many people up as possible. Like I said, you can't get out of the way of something you don't see coming, you know. And people are definitely asleep. The majority of people are asleep. So if you are awake and you're starting your silver stacks, and you know, I hope we have time to put together some more silver, you know, for our stacks, really. But things are not looking good. Not looking good, because when silver really does start taking off, there'll be a rush for silver and gold, and it may be too late. You know, it may. If silver was $100 an ounce, I wouldn't be buying much silver. You know, with gold at 2,000 something dollars an ounce, it's pretty much out of my reach. You know, I'm not a well-off individual at all. But these foreign banks, you know, the Federal Reserve banks in countries like Italy, Germany, Hungary, France, all say gold reserves are a must. You know, that would stabilize their country in case of defaults, things like that. But to me, silver is a battery. You know, think of it as a battery. It stores wealth. You know, it doesn't store energy. It stores wealth. Although it is a great conductor of electricity, but silver will store your wealth. And let me mention Monument Metals one more time. Man, they're knocking it out of the park. Great customer service. If you get a chance to order something from Monument Metals, I'm not sponsored by Monument Metals or anything like that. I have ordered several times from Monument Metals, Hero Bullion, SD Bullion even. I've ordered from SD. I like Andy Sheffman. I love hearing him speak. He's a very fluent speaker, and I love hearing him talk. But I give out the facts every day, and where these companies stand on the Kitco chart, how close they are to the actual spot price. And we'll go through it one more time real quick. The ask price at Kitco today, when I checked this, was $23.05. Monument Metals come in at $23.01. Think about that. You know, Hero Bullion come in at $23.10. SD Bullion $23.17. JM Bullion $23.19. Ampex come in at $23.19. Money Metals bringing up the rear at $23.67 an ounce. And like I said, I wished I'd had somebody to tell me that when I first started stacking, because I did place an order with Money Metals when I first started stacking. And just keep that in mind, that silver is a battery that stores wealth. You know, I hope everybody's having a great 2024, and we'll talk soon. Love and blessings, everyone.